Now, I've always hated going to the airport and pulling out my crappy old student ID card in customs. It's always felt unprofessional. So one day I sought after a Washington State ID card and I decided to go to the DOL. Now, at the DOL, they ask you a few questions. They actually ask you a lot of questions, but one of the main questions that really stumped me was, do you want to become an organ donor? I had no idea what to say. And this was because I was uninformed. And so hopefully today I will be able to inform you on what organ donation is, and hopefully you can make a more educated decision when uh, your decision comes. I want to go over three aspects of organ donation. First of all, who can become an organ donor? Next, I want to look at the pros and cons of organ donation. Last, how can you become an organ donor? So, who can become an organ donor? According to organdonor.gov, anyone with relatively healthy organs can become an organ donor. Now, there are some exceptions to this. People with HIV, serious illnesses, or people with active cancers cannot become organ donors. Even people who have smoked their whole lives can become organ donors, but it depends on the person and the relative health of the tissues and organs. Now that we've looked at who can become an organ donor, let's look at some pros and cons. Now, on the good side of organ donation, advancingyourhealth.org tells us that one person can save up to 8 lives when they donate their organs, which actually seems kind of like a small amount because there's so many organs in the human body. It seems like you'd be able to donate like all of your organs and save a bunch of other people's lives. But still, one person going to 8 lives, that's a hell of a pyramid scheme, right? um, they also say that there's approximately 115,000 men, women, and children who all need organs, and they're waiting for it. So, on the good side of things, if you become an organ donor, you can actually help lower that number, which is a good thing. On the bad side of things, there can be some issues with open casket funerals a lot of times because, if you have your corneas donated, it might screw up the body. And I don't know, open casket funerals are weird as it is, so I can understand uh, people not wanting to do that, but still. Um, yes, so there's some pros and cons. Now, finally, how can you become an organ donor? Now, there's two basic ways you can do this. If you want to, you can go to your local DOL, and when you're renewing your driver's license or getting a new one, you can, when they ask you the question, do you want to become an organ donor? You can say yes. That's one of the easiest ways. Another easy way to do it is if you go to donatelifewa.org. You can register and become an official organ donor there, and you can kind of specify which organs you want to donate when you die or not. But those are both really helpful ways, and I hope you understand that those are good places to be able to become an organ donor. Uh, Now, hopefully, I've been able to inform you on the good and the bad, and the regular of organ donation, and just give you a good outline of what organ donation is and how you can become one. So I hope that was helpful.